When you eat turtles, do you prefer to bite the head first or the hem of the skirt? It is said that turtles not only have chewy meat when eaten, the taste is fresh and can be kept as a pet. It can still be passed down for 3 generations, especially for those girls who always complain that they are not pretty enough. Then it's best to have a bowl of turtle soup every meal. My mom raises many turtles, and the turtles she raises are not only big in size, but also can beautify and nourish their skin with just one bite. Many guests came to eat the turtle soup after hearing the name, but strangely, every time a wave of guests left, my dad was holding his crotch in pain and crying. My mom has been running a restaurant in the community for more than 10 years, and there's only one dish in the restaurant, which is turtle soup. That day, as soon as I opened the store, I saw 2 sexy women, wearing high heels, black stockings, and DB sweaters walking in. Around 40 years old, dressed somewhat vulgarly, with heavy makeup on her face. She doesn't look like a decent person, including a woman wearing a black sweater. He glanced at me and asked if your turtle meat can really make me beautiful. Facing doubts, I have long been accustomed to it. I took out my mother's ID card from the drawer and handed it to the woman. This is my mother, who is 56 years old this year. But look at my mother's ID card. Doesn't it look as beautiful as an 18-year-old girl? The woman stared at the ID card carefully, feeling somewhat incredulous. This is really your mother. You're not lying to me, are you? I smiled and said nothing. The woman looked at the menu next to her, the brows furrowed tightly. The cheapest instant stewed turtle soup costs 5,000 yuan per serving. How many men do I have to serve to afford this soup? He was a bit angry and turned to leave. The woman's best friend hurriedly grabbed him and said goodbye. You know, that's Zhejiang. He climbed up to the big sponsor and successfully got married. The woman in the black sweater widened her eyes. It's impossible. Zhejiang is old, ugly, and has a dirty disease. How could a big sponsor be interested in him? Her best friend said. I didn't believe it at first. But later I saw that Zhejiang's moments were all sunburned with high-end European and American oil. Moreover, the photos he posted are completely different from before, like a new layer of skin. Zhejiang even boasted to me. He said his husband couldn't live without him and always wanted to keep him at home. I only found out after inquiring several times. The reason why Zhejiang can change his destiny is because he ate the turtle in this store, so we invested 5,000 yuan in ourselves. In the future, countless men will throw money at us. This is a very cost-effective deal in the end. The 2 of them ordered the cheapest instant turtle soup. After receiving the payment, I pushed open the kitchen door and a guest arrived. I want 2 servings of vegetarian soup. My mom stood in the kitchen and replied, "Got it." At this moment, he held an open white plastic bag. Looking at the basin full of turtles, I shouted which turtle baby came in today. Just as I finished speaking, I saw the black little turtle in the basin, scrambling towards the plastic bag. My mother said that every little turtle is a life. He didn't want to randomly kill lives, so he could only use Zhang Taigong's fishing trick. Only turtles that actively enter the plastic bag will be killed by my mother. Strangely, as long as my mother picks up the plastic bag and points it at the edge of the basin, the turtle in the basin, as if smelling something, crazily crawled into the bag. 2 turtles got into the sealed bag, probably because there was no oxygen and they struggled frantically. The turtle's head, which is as black as a snake, keeps twisting. I don't like turtles. The turtle is slow, ugly, and smelly, which makes me feel sick, but I want to eat turtle meat. I'm not very good looking. I want to become beautiful, but my mom never lets me eat turtle meat. My mom said I'm not an adult yet, and girls who are not adults absolutely cannot eat turtle meat. I will be 18 in 2 days, and I can't help but secretly look forward to the arrival of beautiful transformation. Another little turtle is going to enter someone else's mouth. My mother said, took out the turtle from the plastic bag and threw it into the pool. My dad lying on the little bed next to me, he let out a howl. Really couldn't take it anymore. Killing a turtle is equivalent to killing me. I frowned. Since my mom opened a turtle shop, my dad has been getting sick. He is very sick and can't even stand steadily. He stays at home and lies on the low bed in the kitchen every day. Maybe it's because my dad has been staying in a closed environment that he has become crazy. Always saying some irrelevant things. Killing a turtle? Why is it killing you? My mother reached out to fish the turtle out of the pool, and he turned to look at my father. With a smirk, he said, "Turtles are animals. Are you an animal? Don't wait for my dad to speak." My mother picked up a shiny kitchen knife and fiercely cut off the turtle's head. Ah! My dad's neck suddenly shrank, and he let out a miserable scream. His face was in pain. Spitting out saliva from my mouth, screaming in pain, I sighed. When my father was terminally ill, he also developed delusions. He always felt like a turtle. Every turtle my mom kills feels like it's killing him. The turtle meat in the kitchen is chopped up, and the long pieces of meat are blanched in the white boiling water. After boiling for about 30 minutes, the originally pitch black turtle meat turned milky white. This is cooked. My turtle at home is different from other turtles. Its meat is tender and steaming doesn't take much time. But I have never seen my mother enter a turtle from the fresh market. The turtles in my big basin are like mountain spring water, always flowing continuously. I couldn't help but ask my mom, "Mom, just tell me, where did our turtle come from?" My mother has always spoiled me. Once I ask about the turtles at home, she ignores me. This time he turned a deaf ear as usual, and I became curious. I repeatedly asked Mom, "If you don't tell me, I'll stay in the kitchen all day watching you stock up." My mom glanced at my dad and smiled. Our turtle is an old turtle. Self-raised. I frowned. My mother lied to me. All the turtles in the house are female, and there is no male turtle. Without the help of male turtles, female turtles cannot conceive or lay eggs. Is my turtle so pretty? Not far away came the urging sound of guests, and my mother quickly put the cooked turtle soup in a large bowl. I took it out, and the woman in the black sweater saw a thick and clear soup in the bowl. She muttered something so bland. "Can you give me some chili peppers?" At this moment, my dad's voice keeps coming from the kitchen. I have long been accustomed to it. Every time I bring out the turtle soup for customers to drink, they will scream in pain. I pushed open the kitchen door and wanted to get some chili seasoning. A strong stench hit my face. My dad's lower quilt had been lifted, and there were densely packed turtles lying on his bed. What's even more terrifying is that there are a pair of turtle feet about 30 centimeters long on both sides of the bed. These feet are pitch black, thick, and short, gathered together like the solace of human feet. I widened my eyes in horror, and suddenly a terrifying thought flashed through my mind. The turtle in the store couldn't have been hatched by my dad, could it? "Ping Yao, why are you here again?" My mother suddenly turned around and saw me. He hurriedly put down the blanket, hastily and nervously said, "Ping Yao, you just saw a lot of turtles, right?" I nodded blankly and stiffly. My mom sighed and said, "Your dad is not in good health. I heard from a master. Turtles can live a long life. If you put a turtle with your father, the longevity charm of the turtle will be transferred to your father." My mother is a very superstitious person, so it's reasonable for her to do such a thing. I breathed a sigh of relief and secretly laughed at myself. My dad is a human being. Moreover, he is a man. How could he hatch a turtle? I'm just a little confused. Where did the continuous stream of turtles in my house come from? My mom said it was hatched by an old turtle at home, which was lying under my dad's bedding. The one with thick, black feet. I dug spoonfuls of chili sauce from the kitchen and gave it to the customer. The two women felt like they had found a treasure and took a few photos with their phones. Just as she was carefully tasting it, The woman in the black sweater smacked her lips and wondered why the taste of this turtle soup was so similar. He suddenly lowered his voice with a strange smile on his lips and whispered a few words to his best friend. The woman's best friend also laughed. He pointed at me and joked, "Pay attention to your manners and don't speak recklessly. There are still little girls here. They all taste the same. No wonder they can beautify and nourish their skin." The woman in the black sweater picked up the bowl and smiled darkly. "I just love the soup." I glanced at the two people who came to the store to eat turtle soup. The way they eat is so greedy, and soon my sister arrived at the store. My older sister is already an adult, and she insists on eating a portion of turtle soup every day. So he's tall and slender, with fair skin and big, dark eyes. More beautiful than a big star. Oh my god, he can't be a big star like Zhu Shui. Right. As soon as my sister entered the store, she immediately caught the attention of the woman in the black sweater, and she began to stutter when speaking. "Do all the big stars come here to eat turtle soup?" My sister flipped her hair. With a bright smile, she said, "I am not a celebrity. I am the daughter of the owner of this store." The woman let out a shocked scream. It seems that the turtle in this store is really effective. She picked up the bowl again and gulped it down. My sister is very beautiful. With her, I feel like a dusty, ugly duckling, so most of the time, I will never embarrass myself by standing with her. I turned around and walked towards the lounge. My sister followed me in. Yesterday, I went out to play with the handsome guy again. He took out his phone and showed off his achievements as usual. On the phone screen is the photo of the boy he took last night, which is the background of the hotel. The boy is lying on a white bed, only revealing a fair and flamboyant face. This is actually the male singer who recently participated in a variety show. I envy my sister who is shaking her phone and proudly says, "I can find handsome guys every day." What about you, little sister? You're falling for men, but they all think you're ugly and don't want us. A trace of anger rose in my heart, but I still tried my best to calm it down. It's okay for my sister to mock me. My younger brother's boyfriend Shenzi is even more handsome than this young singer. Not to mention that I will soon become an adult. When I grow up, I can eat a lot of turtles, and I will become more beautiful than my sister. After my older sister left, I took out my phone and video chatted with my boyfriend Shenzi. In the mobile phone screen, Shenji's face is as delicate as a swordsman. His eyebrows and eyes are deep, and his thin lips spit out gentle words. "Yao Yao is your birthday in today's. What do you want?" I bit my lip and said shyly, "I want you." Shenji's ears instantly turned crimson, and he pretended to be angry that he was too young to learn well. I blinked my eyes and didn't know where to go. "I want you to accompany me. On Azizi's birthday, I want you to accompany me and witness me break out of my cocoon and become a butterfly." 2 days later, I finally became an adult. Early in the morning, I eagerly asked my mom for turtle meat to eat. My mom shook her head. "Ping Yao, adult guests can drink turtle soup, but you can't." I was stunned. "Why, Mom? Why can't I drink?" My mom's expression flickered. "I won't let you drink this turtle soup for your own good." Why, my older sister can drink, but I can't. I count the days and nights." The long-awaited wish was shattered at this moment, and I became angry. I hoarsely said, "Mom, I really want to become beautiful. I want to become as beautiful as my older sister." My mother remained silent for a long time. Suddenly, she changed the topic and asked about Ping Yao. "You love your boyfriend Shenzi very much, right?" I nodded vigorously. "I love Shenzi. What does it have to do with me not being able to drink turtle soup?" My mom stared at me intently and said word by word, "If you drink turtle soup, so Shenzi will be killed by you." What does it mean to be stunned? A hint of sadness appeared in my mother's eyes, and he slowly said, "The woman who drank the turtle soup It will become very beautiful, which is a fatal danger for men. Men will go crazy and lose control until they die of exhaustion. Do you know why your father is sick and always lying in bed? He has a compassionate illness since I opened the turtle shop. I have never been intimate with your father, even so. Your father can't control himself when he sees me every day, so his health is getting worse day by day. Mom's words shocked and devastated me. After a woman ate turtle soup, she became more beautiful. It can make a man lose control and die from exhaustion. I don't believe it. My voice filled with tears. Mom lied to me, right? My mom sighed. What would I lie to, Pingyao? Do you know why your sister is wild and always seeks different men? Because any man who sleeps with him more than 3 times will die. I had a hunting concubine, and now I finally understand. Turtle soup is poison coated with sugar. I am doing this for your own good in Pingyao. Your sister often boasts in front of you that she has many handsome men. Actually, he is just jealous of you. He is jealous of you. There is a boyfriend who can stay together forever, and what about him? He never dared to put his true heart on a certain man. Once he truly loves, he will lose that man. My mom patted my shoulder. He said earnestly, sometimes beauty is also a kind of pain. Drinking turtle soup can make me beautiful, but it will also make Shenzi die. I am both painful and helpless. I have fantasized many times. Give Shenzi my most beautiful everything. Now I give up transformation. I can tolerate ugliness as long as Shenzi is by my side. Soon, Shenzi will drive to pick me up. We went to the bay near the city center, where the scene was very familiar. The sea is blue, the grass is shady green, and the shrubs are towering. But my heart feels like it's stuffed with a ball of cotton, extremely uncomfortable. Shenzi is a very attentive person. He doesn't feel well when he sees me. He held my hand and checked into a nearby hotel with a click. The door opened and I saw everything in front of me. All are blue roses covering the mountains and fields on a white and soft bed. There are orderly arranged gift boxes of all sizes on the table next to them. Then there is a large blue rose cake place. Ayao wishes you a happy birthday. Shenji's deep eyes meet mine. Then he pointed to the gift box on the bed and said, I never attended your previous birthdays. So I want to make up for the 17 years when I wasn't there on your birthday. Ayao, this is the gift I want to give you when you are 1 year old. Shenzi opened a gift box which contained a pair of shiny gold bracelets. Suddenly, my nose felt sour and tears of emotion fell from my eyes. Ayao, this is the gift I wanted to give you when you were 2 years old. While speaking, Shenzi wanted to open the second gift box, and I was moved to tears. I couldn't wait to rush into his arms before he finished speaking. Azi, I love you. Shenzi stiffened all over for a long time. Then his slender fingers hung on my waist, and he lowered his head and hoarsely whispered in my ear, Pingyao, I love you too. His warm lips gently resting on my neck. Continuing to grind my lips upwards, my body trembled, like raindrops falling into the water, splashing waves. Before this, Shenzi had never done anything outrageous to me. He is my moonlight, gentle and gentlemanly. Today I finally came of age, after this long kiss. Shenzi gently rubbed my head, his eyes doting and his voice becoming increasingly hoarse. Pingyao, shall I take a shower first? Shenzi went to the bathroom. I sat on the bed with a blushing face, my mind full of wild thoughts. Why am I so unreserved? Why don't I shirk responsibility at all? Does Shenji Hui think I'm? I couldn't help but think of my older sister again. My older sister is beautiful, and after she became an adult, she changes her ways every day to find handsome guys. But it seems that no man thinks he is. Second ding-dong. At this moment, a message suddenly came from Shenji's phone. Shenzi, did you succeed? Pingyao is so ugly. Do you feel nauseous when you sleep with him? My pupils began to contract violently, shocked in disbelief. Anger, pain, and other emotions surged into my heart together. My fingers became disobedient and I clicked directly on the message dialog box. This was actually sent to Shinji by my sister. I flipped through the chat history. It shows Shinji's complaint above. Your sister looks like a pig's head. I will have nightmares if I sleep with him, my sister replied. Shinji, as long as you sleep with my sister, what do you want to do to me then? I'll let you do whatever you want, Shinji asked. No matter what I want from you, you will agree. Although I can't help feeling nauseous when I see Ping Yao, I am willing to do it for you. He was sleeping with that ugly pig woman when the sound of dripping water came from the bathroom. Before, my heart was pounding like a deer, both nervous and shy. But now the sound of water droplets is like sharp firmness, clearly piercing my heart. I truly love Shinji. For him, I won't eat turtle soup, willing to endure ugliness. But what about Shinji? He thinks I'm an ugly pig woman. My full love. How like a joke. I clenched my phone tightly and angrily laughed at Shinji. Oh Shinji, it's really hard for you to get my sister. Unexpectedly, he endured the nausea and vomited against me. I set the message to unread status. I threw my phone on the bed intact and then walked towards the balcony. I called my mom. Mom, I'll give you the address of the hotel later. Order takeout of the turtle soup at home now. My mom is a bit surprised that you want to drink turtle soup. Ping Yao, don't you love Shinji very much? Do you know that if you become beautiful after drinking turtle soup, Shinji will die of exhaustion? Laughed Mom. Now I am afraid that Shinji won't die. My mom is hesitant. Ping Yao, you must think carefully about this turtle soup. He's actually not someone you can drink. I frowned. What does my mom mean? I already know the hidden dangers of turtle soup. But why does he still not want to give me a drink? I repeatedly asked for the reason. My mom didn't tell me directly, and he sighed softly. I'll make turtle soup for you right away, but remember, once you know the source of the turtle at home, don't hate me. The source of the turtle at home, isn't it hatched by an old turtle? I asked, Mom, where did the turtle at home come from? My mother was silent for a moment and whispered, wait for you to finish your soup. Forced to die, you will know the reason, originally. My mom knows that something is about to happen between me and Shinji. I felt a bit ashamed and hung up the phone. 30 minutes later, Shinji was still dawdling while taking a shower. The delivery person brought the most expensive ginseng and turtle soup at home, but it hasn't come out yet. I ignored the heat and drank it in big gulps. Then I went into the bathroom, and Shinji's face showed surprise and a hint of joy. You are a Yao, amidst the sound of rushing water. In the rising white mist, I giggled and hugged Shinji's slender waist. Kissing and biting his thin lips, there are still notes in this world. Can you know the source of the turtle at home and make happy even after death? Turtle soup does have unique effects, even becoming crazy. He is really not a good person, pretending to have deep affection for me on the surface. But behind my back, he hates me to the extreme. He disgusts me more than an animal. Is a Yao my illusion? Why have you changed so much? Even carrying me out of the bathroom tirelessly. Still murmuring, Yao Yao, you look really good. My laughing younger sister, have you heard of the phrase Bodhi knife? Knife cuts human life. Shinji kissed me, being able to be with you? Even if I die, I am willing. I can't ask for it. At this moment, the door of the room suddenly knocked, but Shinji ignored it. I only wanted his life with all my heart, so naturally I didn't care. But what came from outside the door was my mother's voice, Ping Yao, come out quickly. Although Shinji was entangled with me, he really didn't have much strength. I easily got rid of him when I put on my clothes. I suddenly thought of something. Just now I was on the phone with my mom. My mom hesitated and sighed, telling me not to hate him. He also said that if I were with Shinji, I would know the source of the turtle at home. But now I am still in a fog. After the door opened, My mom peeked inside and saw Shinzi. The originally nervous expression relaxed a lot, and I was puzzled by my mother. "What are you doing here?" my mother said. "Pingyao, I've been thinking about it. Still feel that the benefits of turtle soup outweigh the drawbacks for you. So the turtle soup I originally planned to give you was not made from our turtles at home." I was Stan, but after drinking it, the effect did change a lot. My mom sighed. "The turtle soup was replaced by your sister, as I told you before. Your sister is jealous of you. She is jealous of you. You can be with your boyfriend for a long time, so what he gives you is real turtle soup." My emotions didn't fluctuate too much, even though my sister and I are half siblings. But he doesn't like me, and I don't like him either. He thinks he choked me, but I don't think I have suffered much loss. The appearance of Shinzi has made me lose my love for men. At this moment, Shinji sat on the bed and looked at me eagerly. "Pingyao, I like you.